Good evening to all. I am S.K. Jain. Uh, I am alumni of SRCC and a qualified cost accountant company and law graduate from Delhi University. Recently, I superannuated as executive director from Indraprastha Gas Limited. Heard about it, a company which is supplying CNG and PNG in Delhi and NCR areas. And presently, I am senior advisor with a corporate and legal firm based in Gurugram. So this is my brief introduction. Now coming to the question part, I would start with the previous session, which was on mental well-being. And somebody asked if your colleague is toxic. Culture in which you are working is toxic and your boss is toxic. Where to go? So the answer was that if the culture is toxic, you can shift to the other company. Now I would go a step further. Say in the locality in which you are residing, if the environment is toxic or is polluted and air pollution or AQ level is very high, where you would go? So I would ask this question from you, where would you go if say the AQ level is very high in Delhi and NCR areas? Uttarakhand. Sir has said Uttarakhand. So similarly, people might be thinking to shift to other cities when AQ level goes high in Delhi and NCR. But I would say, if the state pollution level is very high, where to go? People would say to another state. But if it becomes a national problem, then where to go? Obviously to foreign countries. But the problem does not end here. Where the environment of the whole world is full of carbon emissions, where to go? Then we have to think. That should we go to Mars or should we go to Moon? Obviously not now. So there comes the question of or the concern of sustainability. When the global warming or climate change, it is becoming a problem of not of a local area, not of a nation, but of the entire world. That is why the question of sustainability comes. Sustainability is survival. If we are not able to reduce carbon emissions, then our survival would be difficult in times to come. Our next generation would be cursing us that what we have done for them. That is why the question of or concern of sustainability comes. That is why the COP year after year they are taking place, where countries are coming together and looking for setting net zero emission for the country's level. So my friends, importance of sustainability lies here. Our survival is there. Today, institutional investors or other investors, they are not looking for profitability. Profitability has been replaced with sustainability. If your business model is sustainable, they are going or willing to invest in that company. Is there any problem in my mind? Am I audible now? So the point is that is why this concept of ESG, environment, social governance, which are the three main parameters of sustainability, are coming into focus. So sustainability, different frameworks, nationally and internationally, they are put in place where carbon emissions are being reported by the corporates And I would say that it is a good initiative in the sense that unless you measure it, you cannot fix the problem. Earlier what was happening that the carbon emissions were going unnoticed because there was no measurement. Now once the reports are coming, then the corporates are doing introspection that what should we do to reduce carbon emissions. What we should do to reduce waste. So that is why the importance of sustainability lies, that sustainability today is a matter of great concern for the entire world, and for survival we have to see that how at each level we can reduce the carbon emissions in the environment. Otherwise GDP, health hazards are going to be there, and all our progress would go waste if we are not able to reduce or take care of this global warming or climate change. Now coming to this circular economy part, which is very much related with sustainability. Circular economy is basically talks about waste management. How well we are managing our waste by on the principles of 3R, which you must be knowing: reduction, recycling and reuse. So by applying this concept, the idea is to reduce the waste at each level of production process, at the final product level, so that it contributes towards the environment. Minimum reduction of waste will lead to minimum carbon emissions. I would give an example that if dump of waste is lying in our town, then there is a constant emission of methane which is causing carbon emissions in the environment. Similarly, the generation of the waste leads to carbon emissions. So that we have to arrest. That is why circular economy supplements the efforts towards sustainability. They are interrelated in this way. Another point is that why circular economy is different from linear economy. In linear economy, we take, make and dispose. But in circular economy, it is ensured that at the end of the product cycle, there is minimum waste that goes to landfill. So by three R's, there is a minimum wastage at the end of the product. Then there are various concepts, how we can make the life of the product life cycle longer, how we can design the product in such a manner that we can arrest the waste at an assembly level or at a sub-assembly level, or we can replace the component instead of replacing the whole product. So these are the areas which I would like to associate with the startups. Startup people can think of these areas because ESG and the circular economy or waste management are evolving areas, and if young people can bring innovative and new ideas to reduce the carbon emissions in the process, reduce the waste in the process, then it is going to be very successful startup. Because even today corporates are looking for such ways, because the efficiency, if they are able to reduce, forget about the mandatory requirement or statutory requirement of sustainability reporting or other things. You just think about the benefits which you are deriving out of this thing. If you are able, or if you are providing some good idea and a corporate is able to save substantial amount out of its cost, then your startup will click. So think on those lines where you can contribute in the areas of ESG or in the areas of waste management. So your innovative ideas, as somebody said that it is not necessary for a startup to bring lot of money, to invest lot of money.
without investing too much of money, you think of about, because you have fertile mind. So you can come out with those ideas collectively, collaboratively, and give those ideas to the corporates or to the other sectors. That would be very fruitful. And because such a topic is such that I can speak on hours, but I would give one example also, because I am from oil and gas sector. Municipal solid waste is a big problem for any municipality, any municipality. So now the oil and gas sector companies, then they came out with an idea that is called waste to energy. By using different wastes such as mass solid waste, rice husk, parali, which we call parali also, pressed mud, they are just converting these wastes into energy. That is called compressed biogas. So these ideas will continue to get good attention, and they would serve the national interest also. So friends, at last I would say that as a startup, because the conference was mainly on startup, so as startup, my submission is that you people think about the areas, in the areas of ESG and waste management, and come out with new ideas. You may not be require much investment, and if your idea clicks, it reduces the cost of the corporate, then you can be a successful startup player. Thank you very much.